Well, hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Lyndon. Thank you so much for coming, and in today's video I want to have a look at 4 really smashing minor scale licks that you can use for jamming or in your band or just having fun playing. And I also want to show you the construction of how I'm arriving at these, what I think are absolutely stunning licks. They're really simple, so I'd like to show you the construction as well. So let's get into that. And the type of minor scale that I'm going to be using is a Dorian minor, and just in case you're not 100% sure what a Dorian minor is, I'm going to talk you through that as well, so it's all good. And before I do all of that, I want to say my thank yous to the saxophone world, the saxophone YouTube world that is out there. Thank you so much for your lovely support, your lovely messages, buying me coffee and all of that good stuff. Please subscribe to the channel, share my videos and all of that. So do all of that YouTubey stuff, please, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So let's take a look at this type of minor scale, because there's quite a lot of minor scales, and this is a very common one. It's one that I really strongly recommend that you get really comfortable with. It's so straightforward. Let's have a look. So if I take the scale of C major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B and C, and all I'm going to do is so simple. I'm just going to start on the second note of C and get these notes D, E, F, G, A, B, C and D, and this D here would have the octave key on. And then this is now a new scale. This is my D minor 7 it's called, which is a Dorian minor. And the Dorian is just specifying what kind of minor scale. So there's quite a lot of different types of minor scale. I really like focusing on the Dorian because it comes up all the time, and specifically it comes up in a chord structure in jazz tunes called a 2-5-1. Get that right, 2-5-1, which I've done videos about. So if you're not sure about those, have a look. I'll try and put a link in the I will put a link in the description below about 2-5-1s. Anyway, so this is the type of minor scale that comes up in a 2-5-1. That's why I think it's worth thinking about and getting familiar with. And then the chord tones are going to be D, F, A, C, and I could also include the E as the 9th, and that would be the root and the 3rd and the 5th and the 7th and the 9th. And this way of writing it down, D minor 7, what this really says, what this tells us, is that compared to D major, it's got a flattened 3rd and a flattened 7th compared to D major. So the minus sign tells me that the 3rd has been flattened compared to D major, and the 7 tells me that the 7th note has been flattened compared to D major. Yeah, but so there's a couple of different ways that you could think about it. You could either think about it as D major with the 3rd and the 7th flattened, and that would get you to this bunch of notes here, or you could think of it as like C major starting on the 2nd note, which we call the 2nd mode. So this is the 2nd mode of C major. Yeah, cool. So let's explore what it sounds like. And this is what it's going to sound like on an alto saxophone without a backing track. I took it up to the 9th, and if I come down from there, honestly, I just, on that scale on its own, I think it sounds absolutely gorgeous. And then what I've got here is I've got a backing track, which is my session band, Jazz Volume 3. I've put it on a swing funk genre. I've created a D minor 7. I've gone into here and muted off the trumpet and the metronome. And I've gone into here and made sure that it's on E flat. And now I'm just going to play the scale straight up and down. It's going to sound lovely. 3, and. Absolutely stunning. I mean, if I didn't do a lot more than that, it just sounds really, 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 really nice. Okay, so I've got a clean sheet here, and let's write down the notes of the scale at the bottom so that we can see what these 4 minor scale licks so we can see how they're constructed. So I've got D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, and I'm writing that down in 2 octaves. I'm not going to go very far up the range, but it's good to have it written out like this. So my first phrase is D, F, A, C, E, G, E, D, E. So simple. Such a simple phrase. I'm going to extend that E, and let's have a look at the construction. So look, it's root 3, 5, 7, 9, and then I'm going up to the 11 actually. So look, root 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and then back to the 9, and then down to the root again and back up to the 9. I mean, it's so simple, but listen to how absolutely gorgeous that sounds with the backing track. Have a listen. I mean, to my ear, that just sounds exquisite. And like, I'm not saying that to say, oh, I'm the, you know, greatest saxophonist ever lived, because I certainly am not. But the scale's just playing itself. I'm just hitting the chord tones. I'm not doing anything particularly clever, but doesn't it sound gorgeous? Really, really, really nice. Let's have a look at the second phrase then. So this one goes, by the way, full disclaimer, I just worked these out before I started filming. I just had a little jam and found some nice phrases. So we've got E, F, G, E. These have got the octave key on. C, D, E, C. Those 2 guys have got the octave key on. And then B, A. Let's have a look at that lovely phrase. Just lovely. What a gorgeous phrase. And by the way, if that's too fast for you, you could do that more slowly as well. It would sound just as nice. You know, to sound nice on the saxophone, it's never going to be about speed. If you don't want it to be, if you can play really nice and slowly. Let's have a look at the construction. So look, again, so simple. E, F, G, E, and then I'm making exactly the same pattern, but starting, and that E, you could think of that as a chord tone. So look, E, F, G, E is more accurate, and then dropping down to C, D, E, C, and then B, A. Can you see how incredibly simple that is? And that's part of the reason why it sounds so nice, by the way. Really, really, really nice. So this is number 1, and this is number 2. And let's have a look at number 3. So we've got B, E, and then D, E, F, E. see what that sounds like. I'm going to do that a couple of times more just because it's so lovely. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Let's look at the construction. So we've got, we're going B, E. Well, the B's not really a chord tone, but it is the sixth, isn't it? So still, it's just a lovely note. And the E, you could think of that as a chord tone. And then D, E, F, E. Well, again, that's just the first three notes of the scale. But because I'm landing on that ninth, I'm finishing the phrase on the ninth, just sounds gorgeous. Right, and that is phrase number 3. Let's look at the last phrase. So you've got D, E, F, G, A, C, B, and G and E. And this is just really running up the scale. Let's have a look at the construction before I play it. Look, D, E, F, G, A, C, B. It's so simple. And then G and E. Oh, I love the simplicity of these phrases. Again, it sounds lovely because I'm landing on that gorgeous E, which is the ninth. It's one of my favourite notes of the scale. Just sounds so beautiful. All right, so let's put those 4 phrases together, and it will sound like an absolutely gorgeous solo. That's phrase number 4. It will sound like a really, really lovely solo. And what I recommend that you do is that you learn all of these phrases by ear if you can. You could also transpose them into other scales, other minor scales, other minor keys. And if you understand the construction, that would be really, really, really straightforward to do. And then most of all, invent your own. Just pick a note and ascend or descend the scale, have a little jam. And you could write your ideas down. If something sounds nice, write it down and store it. You know, it's language. Let's see how these scales sound. Sorry, let's see how these licks sound if we put them all together. Absolutely stunning. So gorgeous. And my fingers want to play around because you could do variations. That's another thing that you could do. You could develop these, any one of these ideas, you could develop them more and more. Okay, right, thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really hope that this has been useful for you. Your feedback is like gold for me. Everything you say I take on board. I try and respond to every single comment that comes in. I try and respond to that pretty much straight away, usually within the hour and definitely within the day. So please do keep your comments coming. I really, really appreciate your support. Any suggestions that you've got? I'm really excited about my website, which is it's not very far away, ready to launch as well. So there's going to be loads of cool resources on there. Anyway, I'm waffling. Thank you so much for coming. Please like and subscribe. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.